Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and as always, aloha. And and I welcome you to another scene for the Living World of Darkness range across New York. In this scene, we find Joe Summers entering the training grounds and seeing an individual that he respects a great deal, um, in the form of talate and Raya. Joe will approach, stop at a certain point, and he'll go down on his belly actually, as he's in lupus today.
Platin is at the training grounds. Um, this might make me better hearable. Sorry about that. Yeah, Platin is at the training ground. She's working with one of the training dummies. It's not going very well. She is not an extremely good fighter because her feet keep slipping away, especially now in summer when she is not wearing any shoes. You can clearly see that her feet are a little wider than most and that the webbing just sticks out between the toes. And from time to time, Joe could see her slip, something that happens quite often, unfortunately. But um, she notices Joe approaching. She'll uh, give one more stab to the training dummy and then stops and looks down as he rolls over.
Good morning, Ryan.
And she'll gesture for him to come up.
And Joe sits up, and yeah, you see this very large golden colored wolf. He just seems happy to see you. I just I just thought I'd come and say hello and maybe see if you wanted to train together, maybe. Oh, and I'm I'm in the process of learning my first rite.
Your first right.
Yeah, I'm in the I, I'm in the middle of learning the rite of cleansing.
You're starting with and you're not starting with the minor rights? Or do you have them already?
No, I was trying to think of a good starting point, and I it seems like this one would might be useful, especially if I um might be in a position to help somebody or something. I don't know.
I take it you have discussed your right learning with the then father, as he is a theurge.
Um,
I take it you're learning from him.
well, I learned from both of my uh, Indian parents, of course.
Of course.
Um,
Who's
I
teaching you this right?
um out of character, I would imagine so. Um, it was just I was really eager to try and learn and write, so I'm wanted to do a
We
role.
can totally learn rights by ourselves, like, but Latin just presumes that you have a teacher because you're a cup. So
Oh, okay. Um, um, sorry, I'll go back into character then.
hmm
Um, not not as such, not this time anyway. Um, I just wanted to try and be useful, especially since a lot of people on the steps have helped me so much.
you're a cup. The best way for you to be useful is to learn. I She is definitely thinking about how to phrase this. I would suggest you talk to your then father about learning rights. There is a reason why the minor ones are the minor ones. They are easy to learn and very good to have at handy. They are basic Garu must haves, needs. I'm not saying that you should immediately stop learning what you're learning, but I would definitely recommend talking to a theurge. And since your then father is a theurge, I would not go and correct his lessons.
Fair enough, Ryan. And
If he gives you
um,
permission, if he is too busy with all the other cups, and there's definitely a hint of sarcasm there, and you need a
Joe is
teacher, we are right next door, and I would be willing to teach you certain rights.
I I would be honored to learn, Ryan, always. And um, Joe is Joe is actively pretending he didn't notice the sarcasm because he's very happy today.
Make sure you check it with the den father first. I have no
Of
need for an
course.
angry shadow lord in my cabin.
Well, of course. Although he couldn't do anything to you in your own cabin, the whole like litany thing and all that.
He is of higher rank, he can do a lot.
He still has to respect territory, doesn't he?
Yes.
But I guess theurges are sort of very knowledgeable people, and they can do a lot of amazing things. Um, Actually, they probably don't even need to be near you to do something to you. Now that I think about it.
They could, but since he's of higher rank, he could simply discipline me for overstepping my boundaries. I have no need for that. Make sure you
Mhm.
check with him. If he wants to teach you himself, then I will be stepping back.
Okay, Raya. I I wouldn't want to get you into trouble or anything. I did. I didn't want to say thank you though.
She looks a bit confused at that. Thank you.
Yes. You were very helpful. You were very helpful to me, and even though we've only met like maybe a handful of times, I I consider you a point of inspiration. You were especially helpful after the first mission I did with everybody. Sort of helped me put some things into perspective.
I merely taught you a few things that each Garu should know. You're a
That's
copy.
fair.
In the end, the entire sept is there to teach you.
I just appreciated the lesson. That's all.
I understand. It may cross Joe's mind that she does not understand the thank you that well, and does definitely not understand the you're welcome part of it.
He she's a Raya, and like she's maybe someday, when he has a little more Garu street cred. Um, Joe kind of gently kind of nods, and if you wouldn't mind, Raya, I'd be very happy to return the favor. Um, I could I could help you with that kick you're trying to execute.
He stays silent for a while. Then nods.
Okay. Um, Joe Joe kind of goes to the neighboring one, and he says, "From what I observed, you're trying to do too much at once. You and he sort of plants um his front foot um yeah, we can do that if you want. I don't mind if you want to share the link or whatever.
Okay.
Um um he sort of plants his front foot, and he um slowly does a pivot, and he executes the kick you were trying to do. And then just for a laugh, let's see how he does. So you said we were in extra dice roller. Oh, okay.
No, we're just in the werewolf dice roller.
Okay. Let me do some double checking. Okay. Um, R slash. No, I.
/R.
Thank you. Slash. Okay, so he has 3 successes, including a 10. So he he nails it a good one. Maybe the dummy actually shakes a bit after he kicks it.
Mhm.
And he stops and looks at you and he says, "Okay, Raya, your turn."
She gives him a look. Again, will stand in front of the dummy. Um, exactly copying your moves, since she has eidetic memory, and once seen, she will perform it in the same way. And yeah, let's see how she does. Kick is diff 8, so that's gonna go bad probably. So it's diff 9 for me.
I got 2 8s and oh, you got
No,
oh damn ones.
as usual. So yeah, you can see her feet as she kicks up. You can see the feet that she's still leaning on kind of slip away with the force, and she'll fall.
Joe will kind of observe for a moment, and he'll kind of bring himself down, so, so that he as above her. Um. So I think I may have an idea. Try it one more time, and when you're executing your kick, try and dig your um. Sorry, I'm just trying to search for the word. Try and dig your. It's not your toes, but you know that front part of your
Yeah.
foot. Try and dig that part of your foot into the ground as you kick. You might have more balance.
She will slowly get up. Just look at him and says, "It has nothing to do with how well I fight." But she will get into position again, basically more to prove her point that she's not a good fighter, and will kick again. And again, we'll go flat on her ass because this is the dice roller. Well, actually, I mean, both times were failures, not botches. So she kind of does remain standing, but there's no way that she would. Like,
Yeah.
she needs to stop the kick halfway because she loses balance.
Yeah. Joe has a thought. Ryan, what I'm about to say is solely meant out of training purposes and is not meant to offend you in any way. Can we agree on this?
I'm a metis. There's no way you can offend me.
For
Which
the
is not
record,
true, by the way, so don't worry about that.
for for the record, you being a menace doesn't bother me, Raya. You're a very skilled theurge and an important member of the sept. I've got no beef with you. It's it's like I told um it's like I told 10 Point Raya. I I have a different perspective. We do things a bit differently in Hawaii.
There's a
You're
blanket
gonna get
there
this.
again.
Sorry.
She just stares at you, kind of like not really understanding what you're saying, or maybe not even wanting to understand what you're saying.
I believe in you. You're gonna get this kick, and he executes the kick again, and he says, "You can do it. I know you can."
She'll look at the cup a little bit like, what are you trying to do? But we'll humor him and kick one last time. And with a little bit of force manages to hit the dummy before she has to stabilize herself again to not go flat on her face. But at
That's
least she
a
hits.
lot better than last time.
It is not something that I will use in combat, so there is no point in trying to do this.
You never know, especially if you get really good at it.
I won't. She just raises her hand, and of course, in between the fingers, you see the webbing as well. I will never be a very good fighter. So the complex fight maneuvers are not something that is a goal for me to achieve. I
If
won't ever become good at fighting. Simply, that's what I am.
I can get my hands on an internet access, Ryan, there's something that I'd really like to show you. It's really inspiring.
An internet access? She looks very confused.
Yeah, Felix, Ryan, and I were talking about it, and he said he'd help me to get my degree in a way that would allow me to get it without causing a panic with my classmates. But you can also get a lot of fun stuff um off of it. And there's this one video of a Hamid expert in the martial arts who has a who has a um who has a physical disability. My God, is he amazing! I actually, it's cool, but you can come in whenever you want. And he's the den father. Joe always has business with the den father. And um oh, okay. So but anyway, to finish this thought, Joe will say I'll talk to Felix Araya. I think it's really something you should see.
See an internet access.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, it's a video. It's like a movie but shorter.
Like the Lion King.
Well, kind of, but shorter.
Right. She does not understand what you're talking about. Totally not. I don't think she's ever heard anyone besides a glasswalker mention the. Well, no, this is not true. People have explained to her what emailing is, but yeah,
And and you guys watch movies together, so don't even go there.
with DVDs.
But 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 anyway, um, that reminds me, Talate,
Yes.
I wanted to ask you a question about packs.
If I have the answer, you will have it too.
Okay. Well, how would I go about um expressing a desire to work with a pack to see if maybe I might be a good fit?
You will ask the alpha to that you have interest in the pack and that you would like to see if you could join. And
Okay.
then they could take you along a mission or go hunting. And if all parties agree on it, then after you become cleared, you can join a pack.
Awesome. I've
Sometimes packs invite potential perspectives along missions as well.
that's cool.
But express that you have an interest in a pack, and unless they are already thinking that you would not fit, they will probably test you out with small missions or hunts.
It's the training ground, so I'm not sure if it would be Umbra or Tuluan. Oh, actually, yes, it is the Umbra because Joe's in Lupus.
Okay. What you guys will see is another loop with ancient. He's around near you guys.
The When Joe notices the dead father's approach, he will roll over and present his belly and his throat, and he's in his wolf form today.
Tlathin has never met the den father personally, but she's probably seen him around the cabin since their cabin is right next to the cub cabins. So she'll raise her neck as well, or raise her head as well, exposing her neck.
The then father will slowly approach towards Latte. She will start smelling her. He kind of stinks.
Yeah, Silverfang pure, or sorry, Silverfang. Wow, no, Wendigo pure breed, and
Oh,
probably also smells of the lake because it's the first thing that she does every morning is going to the lake to swim and play with the water spirits. So, yeah, you can smell water and Wendigo.
he says, looks at Latte, puts a paw on her shoulder, and he says, "Water spirits told me about you."
If you say so, then Father Raya.
I am Bites the Weak, Adrian Shadowlord Tears Lupus.
I am Tlatahine, also known as Final Rites. the urge when you go, Metis. Fostern.
He takes his hand, which basically means that you may, get up, and then goes near Joe to make sure that he shows proper respect to him.
I did actually mention that when Joe saw him coming, he put he put himself on his back and presented his belly and throat, as he's in his lupus form today.
He likes the weak, puts a hand. It remains there longer than Talate. Then he takes his paw back from the Joe's shoulder. I see you're practicing.
Yes, then, Father Raya.
Did you hunt it? Anything in the umbrella?
I did not wish to attempt a hunt before we as a, and he sort of tries to find the right words. As I understood it, you wanted to take us hunting. So
No. Well, he learned nodding a couple days ago, so he uses it.
I wasn't sure what the right thing to do would be. So I wanted to wait for you and Chloe Raya.
Tails wishes gold.
Tails Riches Gold Raya.
He slowly leaves. Like he doesn't say bye bye because he doesn't know the concept of saying bye bye. He starts to claw or bite the training dummy. Basically left quietly.
Kathleen will look at Joe.
Joe will sort of look at Talatahine without making eye contact.
You have not asked him about the rights.
Oh, darn it. I'm sorry, Ryan, would you excuse me for a minute? And Joe will actually go after the den father. Excuse me, den father.
He slowly turns.
And Joe sits with his paws in front of him. And without actually looking at bites the weight directly, his head is slightly down. I wanted to ask you your thoughts on what rite I should learn next. I've started to learn the rite of cleansing recently.
Kathleen is looking very intensely, like she's walking up a little closer to hear the response of the den father, because she feels ways about certain things.
You're a Philodox. What does a Philodox do?
And administer counsel and sometimes judgment.
How does judgment end most of the time? Oh no, how does judgment end?
Often a punishment, right?
You have your answer.
Very well then, Father Raya. I will put some thought into this. When you say I'm sorry then, Father Raya.
Go on. I was just gonna say something else. Go on.
When do you think it would be appropriate for me to learn a few more of the minor rites? Or excuse me, I have to amend that sentence. When you think I should start learning the minor rites?
He looks like he doesn't get the question because like the minor rights is a really generous term, and he says which minor right?
Like either the rite of Om or the prayer for the prey or any of those ones?
Then, Father Raya,
Yes. Final right?
I overheard this conversation because, in a way, I started it. Would you mind if I explain what my meaning was, instead of the cup trying to explain it?
Yes.
The cup told me he was learning a rite of cleansing. The way I see it, the way I've been taught, is that the minor rites are essentials to any Garu. They're easy to learn and are good to have. Breath of Gaia, but also the prayers for the sun and moon. Specifically, the prayer for the prey is of importance if you do not wish to upset spirits that you hunt. The way I've been taught is you learn the minor rites first as a Garu, and then you go look into what your auspice is. After all, we are all first Garu, and second Theurge, Ragabash, Velodox, Galliard, or Naroon. Don't you agree?
He cocks his head to the side and then turns to Joe. Final right has a point.
I have offered the cup to help him and teach him. I can with at least the minor ones. I do not know many rites of accomplishment that he would need to know, but I can try a couple of things. However, I would not do that without your permission, since you are a Theurge and you might want to oversee his training in that regard yourself.
I would like to oversee the training, yes.
And she'll nod respectfully and will step back.
He will look at Joe and say, I guess you're done.
If you say we are, then Father Raya.
We are. He turns towards the dummy again and starts biting it. I'll be right back.
Joe takes a slow inhalation and breath, and okay. So after I've finished the rite of cleansing, I start working on the minor rites.
If I would make a suggestion, I would start with Breath of Gaia.
That is a very handy rite. Thank you for the suggestion, Ryan.
She'll look at the the then father and will then look back at Joe. Do you wish to spar?
Certainly, I'd be honored. Shall we use our lupus forms?
Sure, if you please. And she'll slowly shift into a very tiny white lupus.
Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. I have to do a willpower check. This is mostly just for lols, but still. Um okay, so that's 5 dice for me. Woohoo! I mean, Joe actually suppresses the urge to go, oh, so cute. When he just kind of like has this brief flash of like adorableness, but then it just goes away.
Yeah, because the look in the little wolf's eyes is definitely not adorable. Because, yeah, it's Platine. And in the end, she's a chagrined little bitch.
he he made it though. I got 2 successes.
Hmm.
Yeah, 2 successes. Um, after you, Raya.
She'll trip over to a place kind of in the middle of the playground. Training ground, sorry. And stretches out. And we'll stand ready.
Okay. Now, do you just want to take the first turn, or should we actually do initiative?
Let's just do initiative. Why the fuck not?
Okay. I I missed Dice Stream. /R. I rolled a 6, and my wisdom and dex is, or wisdom. Sorry. Um, 9. That's an 11 for me.
And I'm on 17.
Ooh, she's quick.
I rolled good, honestly.
She's quick.
Um, She is downside in lupus is like you can't do bashing damage. This is annoying. She is gonna go for a grapple. Why the fuck not? Because I'm so good at that.
No, no. Actually, this is great, Amachan, that you're here. During one of my earlier scenes, I was told that you couldn't grapple in lupus form. Is that correct, or was there a mistake?
Thank you for reminding me. Yes, you are right.
That doesn't make sense because how can you then later on? Because from a oh god, what's the word of that maneuver again? But you need to initiate that from grapple, as far as I know. That's why I would initiate the grapple.
Do you mind if I ask this to Estes in the SD chat and then
Sure.
return?
Then we just leave it for now, and she'll just go for a simple bite attack.
Okay.
Thank you.
And she has 2 successes.
Okay.
So. Did you get +1 for biting in lupus? I don't know anymore.
The Septis totem is returned as well. You
There,
do one
that's not
biting.
been made official yet. Like there's not been a howl or anything,
Oh, okay, I will
or
make sure it's
a writing. There's not been a write down that it is. So as far as I'm concerned, it's not yet until
Okay,
there's
that
like an official message.
I will do that. Okay, and the
So, but like bite attack is +1, right? Simply from being in lupus. I don't know. Hello.
Actually, I think there's a chart on the.
No, yeah, I have it. I never mind. I got it. It's 4+ successes for me. So that is 6 dice. Oh, I had 2 successes, right?
Yes.
So only 1 carries over, of course. My apologies.
No
No
problem.
damage.
Okay. So now. Actually, I get to test some things out now. I think this is the first actual fight I've done in lupus. Could you help me? How do I roll a oh nuts! It's a wolf attack, and I'm stumbling for words. It's not
bite.
wishbone. It's not wishbone. It's hamstring.
Hamstring is a maneuver that you do with your pack, as far as
Yeah.
I know. You can't do it all by yourself.
Oh, okay. Okay. So yeah, I'll do a bite too, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So is that just your dex brawl?
Yeah.
It's your
Okay.
dex
And then
roll.
to damage you do it +1.
Yes.
Okay, so my dex is 3. My brawl is where is that?
Your dex is 3 in lupus.
Oh no, sorry, my bad.
Your dex is probably 5 in lupus then. If your standard
Yes.
dex is 3.
Yes. So 5 plus my brawl of Actually, does your brawl go up too? I keep forgetting.
No, your brawl just stays the same. It's only your strength, dex, and stamina that change.
Okay, so yeah, so 8 dice. That's on. I wish I had a specialty.
I wish you didn't, because I don't want to die.
Well, I'm. Joe's not trying to kill you. It's just an
You're
awesome role.
biting, you're doing lethal. That's potentially killing. That's why training in lupus is not the most safe thing to do.
Okay. I actually have a question about that, but I'll wait till after we're done. Sorry about my dog.
That's fine.
So 1, 2, 3, 4 successes. I think yes. Oh no, 5 successes.
Yes, but you have a 1 as well, so it's 4.
Okay, so. And then I take 3 of those and add that to my strength, correct? And then plus
Yes.
1 because we're in lupus.
Yes.
So, strength. Just gonna double check something. Peaceful lupus. 5 plus 3. Or no, strength 5 plus 4. Okay, so that's 9 dice. 9. Okay. First or see, it's not just you that gets ones. He comes close, but he overextends.
Daryl, if you wish to enter, go ahead. There are 2 lupus sparring. That's basically it.
I'm not a lupus.
You're in lupus, so there are 2 lupus sparring.
Oh, I'm sorry. My bad.
He's not gonna come in? Yeah, just a lesson. Or just a sparring match, actually, with just their training. In that case, yeah, Latine will go for another bite. There you go. 1, 2, 3 successes, so that's 1 extra on the damage that I had last time. She does 1 lethal.
Okay, so I'm gonna try to soak that.
Something I forgot to mention, by the way, is that there are already red spots on the wolf's body, on the lupus body. So in between the white fur, you can already see red stains there. That was before you started fighting her.
Oh God. Joe would immediately notice that and like stop after this. It's like, and I believe he soaks.
Okay, cool.
So you bite into him, but he is a thick wolf. And Joe like halts, but he's still in a ready stance. Raya.
Yes.
You're you're injured. Would you like to continue?
She glances at the red in her fur. She shrugs. It is nothing.
My voice.
Joe, sorry. Go ahead, bud.
No, I just want to make sure my voice was coming through. Go ahead.
Yes, we can hear you, sweetie.
Um, Joe has a look of concern, but he doesn't want to disobey Araya. So he's gonna attempt to bite you. Actually, how do you initiate a tackle again?
Difficult question. It's still Dex Brawl, higher diff, I believe, and your successes would add to my difficulty of not being knocked over, if I'm correct.
Oh, okay, yes. All right.
I just don't, off the top of my head, know the difficulty. Oh yeah, you do need a running start.
Oh, okay.
Thanks, Daryl.
Okay. Um, okay, so it'll just be a bite then, because there's no he didn't back off. So let me just. I hate having memory issues. That's whatever.
Your Dex is 5.
Yeah. And my brawl, I think, was 4. No, 3. Sorry. 8. Yes. Which are 8. One.
Mhm.
Or no,
No,
hang
2.
on. Sorry,
2.
2. Okay,
Yeah.
so is that 7 dice for damage?
It is your human strength plus 1 for being a lupus.
Mm-hmm.
Then you add another 1 from your successes. Then you add another 1 for the fact that you're biting.
Okay. So
basically your human strength plus 3.
okay. So that would be. Oh, holy shit. So that's 7.
Mm,
I have 4 strength, so.
okay. Yeah. Then it's 7.
Slash. 7, 10. See that, Saskia? See
Yep,
that?
you fail. You bite, but you only have like a tuft of fur in your mouth. Mm,
See, this has nothing to do with Talatahine being a menace. This is all dice roller hating us.
and yeah, Latvine will retaliate and also do a bite. and has 1, 2, 3, 4 successes at the moment,
Uh-huh.
which means
3 carry over.
mhm. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4 lethal coming your way.
Okay. All right.
You have, because you're in lupus, you have a +1 on your stamina.
Right. Okay. So /R 4 10. He soaks 3 of that.
Okay. So he takes 1 lethal.
Dirty son of a gun. So how does lethal damage work? You've hit me once.
Yeah.
So does that put me down to?
You just have 1 lethal. You don't take any penalties yet.
Okay. Joe is actually going to do a wise thing because of the rage he's accumulating.
Yeah, you do get, indeed, you get rage for entering the combat and for getting wounded.
Joe is going to do a wise thing and kind of take some of that off. He's going to spend 2 just to keep him sort of at his normal range, more or less.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so actually, could someone roll my dice for me just for the sake of speed?
Sure.
Okay. So let's see. Just gonna double check. Okay, so can someone please roll me 5 dex and 3 brawl, please?
There you go. You got 2 successes.
Okay. So then that's +3 on basically my. Okay, so that's 7 dice, please. Wait, 5. Is that 7 or 8?
You counted +1 for biting, because I assume you're biting.
Yes.
Okay. Then it's 5 + 3, you said?
Yeah.
That's 8.
Yes, please.
And you do 1.
Okay.
Which I don't soak.
Okay.
And you have 2 extra rage actions.
Okay. So Joe is gonna back up for 1.
Mm-hmm.
Just to create a bit of distance, and the last range action is going to be a tackle.
Okay. So that is your 8d10 on Dex Brawl. Difficulty was 8, right?
Yes,
Then you have no successes. I deeply apologize. You had 2 9s and an 8, but also 3 1s.
that's fine. So Joe tries to tackle and overshoots.
And Lotta will go for another bite. Which now I forgot my pull for. Yeah. Got it again. Three successes. So that is 7 dice. 1, 2, 3, 4 lethal again.
Okay. I'm gonna try to soak. So can you roll me for stamina, please?
Don't soak.
Okay. Joe is actually going to submit at this point, as he's not an idiot.
Good. To be honest, Lotta wouldn't have attacked him anymore. So yeah, as he submits, she'll walk up and she'll you can soak lethal. So she'll just tell him like shift to. No, you don't need to shift. Do you wish to heal this naturally?
Out of character, I do believe you heal faster in a form that is not your own.
Yes, that's why she said you don't need to shift, because you're already in the form that's not your own.
Okay. Yes, right. I would. I believe it's good practice in its own way.
I agree, but I will give you a little bit to help you on your way, as she will roll her mother's touch, which is, since I don't have the book, I know it is empathy with probably intelligence, I believe.
Okay, it does involve intelligence.
I know it involves empathy, so if you know intelligence and I know empathy, then we're good.
Yes, but in the background, a voice will come out saying, "Good show, Joe."
Hey, thanks, Raya.
Wow. Do you know the difficulty, Daryl?
I am looking that up right now.
Thank you. Because if it's diff 6, you have 4 lethal healed.
Oh, nice. Which means he's entirely healed.
I thought you had 5, because I did 4 with the last and then 1 before. Because you took a rage from that.
Oh. Wait, there was 1 and then you did 4 more, right?
Yeah, so 5 total.
Oh, okay. So yeah, he's got 1. He's got 1 left that he
You would
can
have 1
heal.
left. If it's diff 6. If it's diff 7, then you will have 2 left.
Okay.
Oh, I thought I was looking this up, but I apparently am going over it improperly.
It's fine.
All good.
Okie dokie. But Kuma will come from the outskirts, kind of getting closer. So, you doing better? Looking at Joe specifically.
Leaps and bounds, Raya. Thank you for asking. And you can tell, like, Joe looks more alive than you saw him, and he's not shaking. And even when he was sparring, like, even though he did eventually lose, there's like some immense power behind him. He's a big dude.
Oh, the difficulty is your age, by the way.
Yeah.
So what is your age at the moment?
The difficulty is my range.
Yes, your age.
It's your age unless it's lower than 5, then it's just 5.
4.
Then it's
Okay.
5.
Then you have 4 lethal back. So you only have 1 lethal.
Awesome.
Seeing a sense of vigor in Joe's step, Kumba grins a bit. Well, I'm glad that you're getting the help that you need. And you did well against Talate. Even I have trouble with her.
she's she's a very skilled guru. That's for certain. Thank you for the sparring match, Riot.
Nothing will slowly shift back. All the while having a raised eyebrow at all those words. Basically the compliments that she tries very hard to ignore. She'll slowly shift back into Hamid.
And Joe will just kind of sit in his lupus form. That was fun.
So, spar matches can be fun. And Kumba will look over to Talante. You doing all right?
Yes.
Good.
I have not seen you in a while.
I've been dealing with a lot of Shadowrunner business of late.
I see.
And I need to start learning some things with Alana's condition right now.
Her condition.
And seeing that Talati doesn't recognize it, he just kind of clambers up about the subject.
And Joe kind of looks to Kumba as he knows, but like he knows what's going down, and but he just kind of looks to Kumba as if like not really sure what to do.
Actually, looking over to Talate, one of the things I've been asked to do is to learn the Mother's Touch. I don't actually know that gift yet.
I see.
I said I would like to hear your perspectives at some time of the gift. Obviously, I have Alana's, but it's good to see multiple viewpoints of using it.
It is handy to use, but you always have to be watchful not to deplete yourself. This is why we usually prefer the Gaia's Breath's talents.
Yeah. I should actually be working on those too. These days, I've been making mainly armor talons.
May I ask a question, Rise?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Can anyone learn to make talons, or is that only a theurge thing?
I would say theurges have the best variety of skill in making talons, but every auspice has the ability to do so.
Learning how to bind a spirit to an object is a right that everyone can learn, yes. However, making a talent involves making a deal with said spirits. In order to make that deal, you will need to understand them. This is something that comes more natural to theurges than to any other auspice.
Indeed. But in your case, you're a Philodox, right?
Yes, Raya.
If, let's say, that in comparison to you and us, if we wanted to make a talent that helps tell when somebody's lying, somebody of your auspice would be much better at making such a thing than us.
Oh, okay. Um, that that reminds me. Sort of along the same vein. Um, um, would I be allowed to learn the language of spirits?
Kumba slightly winces at that. It's well, depending on who you talk to, is not something wise to teach non-theurges or people who haven't shown the responsibility of learning such a gift. Me myself, I think all should understand the words of spirit since we all deal with them. Of course, we deal with them the most, but I dislike the sense of, let's just go with exclusiveness with the gift, but I understand why we have it.
Mm.
So, with respect, Raya, I guess if I demonstrate maturity and um, things that might uh, increase. And Joe is kind of searching for words. Um, he's still trying to master the whole like language of the Garu thing. Um, uh, Appropriate levels of Garu street cred. Then I might be able to learn, but until then, not necessarily a good idea.
Yeah, let's keep it one step at a time. Once you have a better sense of mastery of your position in the nation, then you should think about branching outside your auspice. But at this point, you're still a cub. You should still focus on being a Philodox.
That makes sense.
Unfortunately, we have recently seen what happens when the wrong individual learns how to talk to spirits.
So, oh,
Joe kind of winces at that. He just kind of looks a little pained for a minute.
spirits are no joke. They are embodiments of the very world itself. They can be as, let's say, as hospitable as the best of them, and they can be as wicked as the worst of them. And they're not like humans in any sort of matter. They see and think and perceive everything differently. There's reasons why the theurge exists, with the best understanding of the spirits. Those who do not tend to have bad things happen to them. Even as theurges, we could make mistakes that could cause ripples throughout the nation.
Yes.
Joe nods as he's very much aware of a certain situation that's going on. Yeah, I'm seeing that actually. The reason I ask was just because on my first day here, um, um, Oath of Silence Raya, um, introduced me to the spirits. He introduced me to the what do you call them, the children.
Talate children.
Yes,
Of course, he introduced you to them. It is good to know how to react to spirits. Any auspice should know how to be respectful to them. Talking to them opens the way to making deals with them, and that those can be made without the Garou even intending to do so, and could have disastrous follow-ups.
You know.
Learn of the spirits first before you attempt to speak with them.
That makes sense, Ryan.
Also, depending on the nature that that guy gave you, certain spirits may prefer you over others. Got to figure that out first too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and my case and Oath of Silence case, we were connected to the plants and trees. Talate was connected with the water.
Which you can clearly see because you're
Yeah.
in the Umbra apparently, and yeah, there is just this haze of water kind of hanging around her.
In Kuma's case, at his feet, there'd be small bits of grass kind of growing up.
Do you know how awesome you guys are? Joe says in a very friendly sort of way.
Good. We didn't get
Fluffy
this
just looks
overnight,
confused.
so we trained and earned this.
It's still awesome.
And eventually, even if you're not connected with the spirits like we are and Oath of Silences, you're a Philodox. You're a judge of the nation. You will eventually be a judge of the nation. You'll have great responsibilities that will pale in comparison to some of our own tasks. Eventually, you will be great if you train yourself hard enough to be it.
I just hope that I can fulfill my duties in a fair and balanced manner.
That is what we all hope.
If I must be a judge, I hope I can be an even-handed one.
I hope so as well.
And you can see that over the past while, Joe has really um, grown in pride of his auspice. Like he really wants to do well. And gain some pride in being um, he's gained some pride in being a member of the nation even.
But I would say, honestly, we're useful to teach you basic Gara things and stuff about spirits. You should speak to Jacob to speak about being a Philodox.
Of course, Raya. Although I'm eager to learn anything you care to teach me at any time that suits you.
Said, I'm typically available, but right now, as any looks like Talati would know, the first things first is your auspice and the basics of the Garu Nation. Anything else further is either on your own extra time. So don't be too worried about learning too much at once.
Agreed. Learning things before you're ready for it can, just like talking to the spirits, end up disastrous.
Do nods. I hope even if they can't understand me that they know that I want to be a good friend to them at the very least.
That's up to the spirit. Some spirits don't look for friends. But it's good to have that kind of mindset.
Joe nods.
Kumba,
Yes, Talante?
What is this rumor that I hear about Chiminich, the wind spirits? Can you tell me more of it?
Oh, yes. Alana, for a task that she's working on, wishes for all to show respect to the wind spirits. And the last time I talked to her about it, they seem to enjoy music. It doesn't matter really what it is.
Mm.
I've done at least, I think, my part for it. I mainly just played some music that I remember listening to when I was still living with my parents on an MP3 player.
What test?
That is something for Alana to know, and anybody else she feels that needs to know will know about it. Even I don't know the major details.
You do not know what you paid the price for.
I know I trust Binding Tempest, so I do what I asked.
Mm.
I offered them a dance.
I hear movement can appease wooden spirits as well. Again, depends on the spirit.
Hmm.
Kumba,
I'm
if you see Alana Raya, would you, since you are in her pack and will probably speak with her faster than I will, would you mind telling her that I will not pay Chiminich unless I know exactly what I'm paying it for? This is not in any way a disrespect to her or her abilities. It's simply my duty as a theurge, from the way I see it.
Kuba grimaces at the request. I will relay that to her, though she may, despite your intentions, take offense to it. And he kind of gives her a look of slightly, not necessarily slightly, but knowing of the tensions, though they have been relatively calmer of late.
She nods. If she decides to take offense of my words, then so be it. I will have to act according to my own conscience.
Yeah, indeed. And as far as I know, she's obviously not the elevator of this other step, so she can't force everybody to do it. She just wishes everybody to attempt at least.
I
I
do not mind paying respect to spirits, but not without knowing exactly what I do. I have again recently seen an example of someone not knowing what they did,
So,
the consequences thereof.
which I do feel that's a fair statement to have, but she may see this as undermining her abilities. But I'll talk to her about that and try to keep things as civil as possible.
She is in the position that she is because she has shown herself capable. I do not disrespect her capability.
Okay.
Thank you.
if you wouldn't mind passing on a message from me, also Raya.
Kubo looks a little bit surprised. Yeah?
Please tell her that I will always think think fondly of all of my former roommates, and if there's anything else I can do, she only has to ask.
Yeah, I'll make sure she hears that. And Kubo will look back at Talante. Uh, you guys ready for the big day?
Which big day is that, Raya?
It's something personal between me and her pack.
Oh,
I am afraid I do not know exactly what big day you are referring to.
Joe is actually going to hold up a finger and just say, "Why don't I go for a jog? And when you guys are done, someone just wave at me." And Joe will politely excuse himself so that the Rise can talk.
As far as I'm aware, the whole oil debacle that we're going to be dealing with. I'm just curious if you're prepared for it.
Oh, right. I have not heard a whole lot about it yet. After the drilling thing that we discovered and attempted to stop.
Hmm.
It is mostly my Homid pack members who concern themselves with that since they leave SEP more easily than I do.
I see. As far as I know, the Shadowrunners are supposed to be a strike team for it, and I thought the children would be assisting us as well.
That is very possible. I said I have not heard from it in a while, but our attention has been focused on other stuff, unfortunately, so far. I'm sure my pack is eager to follow up, and I will, as always, be with them.
So, no rush, no pressure. So, I don't want to get any more people possibly getting killed than there needs to be.
Neither do I.
But they need to get my ass in gear. I've been doing so little, getting left behind. So, I'll do my best to make sure that I am ready, since I have been quiet of late.
Yes. I've been focusing on another mission, so I will look into my pack's decisions on this oil thing.
Alrighty. Just want to make sure that Kuba, his face, or not, his posture seems a bit concerned as well.
She'll raise an eyebrow. Is something wrong?
Yeah. Oh. Just relationship between the SEP of late. It's been bothering me.
I see.
So for a fact I'm a bit of a bleeding heart, so that thing bothers me more than others.
I am
I
sure the situation will be resolved, hopefully to everybody's satisfaction.
I hope so as well. And just be careful. I I I think you're too valuable for petty squabbles that cause any type of, let's just go with, permanency to your condition.
If that is the case, then that is the case.
I'd rather that we avoid that if possible.
As do I. But she'll just stop there.
Well, I get it. I've known you long enough. You got your reasons. But as I've always asked, just try to keep an open mind about it, which you definitely gotten better about it, which I really appreciate.
She'll raise an eyebrow. There's a lot of eyebrow raising in this scene going on.
In comparison, when we first met, you have gotten better.
You have also changed since we first met. You've become less stupid.
You know what? That's probably the best shit I'm going to get out of you, so I'll just take that. So, I'll just take that. Yeah. All right. Well, I better check up. I'll make sure to relay the message to Alana. So, talk to you
If you
later.
would,
Oh,
please.
yeah.
I will talk to you later too.
Kula begins walking off to the distance to the Shadowrunners camp.
Yeah, Latin will look at Joe running. And will wave farewell, heading off to the direction of the children's cabin.
Once Joe's alone, Joe stops and he's like breathing heavy with the sparring and the running and the whatnot. He just, it's like, as awesome as being a guru is, being a lone wolf on the totem pole can kind of suck sometimes. And he says to himself, I hope I can do something for these guys. As weird and as crazy as all this is, I love the Sept of the Green and everyone on it. And with that final thought, our scene fades. Thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching. Adios.